brought the first brother out. He got 200,000 followers. The next one's got 200. So please try to add me. I am Dion K on Instagram. Please add me. I try to stay away from the social media. They got in the comments. I gotta build it up, man. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Freddie, give it up for Freddie and our boy Cam Steele. Yeah, man. They've been ducking and dodging ever since the P. Diddy parties. I ain't seen this since the P. Diddy party. You would not believe what they had me doing at that party just to get some stage time tonight. My jaw's still sore, Freddie, baby. But no, LA in the house, man. I can't go out with my guy LA and Sarah anymore. They got dreads, man. These ladies tell me that dread heads do it best. You ladies believe that? Thank God. We went out with them and some of the ladies, they attacked me. They said, you know dreadheads do it best, telling me I need to grow my dreads out, my hair out. I said, because this man's got dreads down to the crack of his ass, you think he can do it better than me? She said, yeah. I had to pop that blue chew and I showed her. Us brothers on Rogan can beat the pussy up too, baby. Come on. What y'all think? Y'all think hat on or off? On, off, on. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Keep it on, man. Cam, he scared me a little bit when he started talking in that preacher voice. I get traumatized when I hear certain preachers, man. My preacher one day, he said, I'm going to keep it brief. That's what he said before he attempted to break the world record for the world's longest prayer. Prayer was so long I passed out in church. Woke up with the whole church around me like, this brother, he is called the Holy Ghost. The nurse was like, no, that's called a heat stroke. Wrap that prayer up. He's all knowing. He knows what you're going to say. Only child. Any other only child in here? Only one? Yeah, we kind of raised it. We quiet. We're like, yeah. I'm my only child, so it's special. She's my buddy, my best friend. She punished me. She lifted me up. She's everything I needed to be. Love you too, Mom. You don't get to do that too often on stage. With that being said, I thought about the other day, my fears, and I was like, well, you're only born with a couple fears, right? And the rest they say you gain as you grow up. I thought about this time where me and my mom were taking a trip to Arizona, and she was looking at a sign out there in Arizona. We were going to take a trip to Area 51. And so I was young. This is before I started playing football, so I didn't have that toughness that I thought I had. You know, I ain't scared of nobody. You know what I mean? Nothing. I was looking at that sign, I saw it on the computer, and the alien was waving on the sign. And I was like, Mom, ain't no aliens at Area 51, are they? She was like, yes, son, there are. I was like, oh, shoot. She said, but listen, if they grab you and touch you, you just turn around and say hi. My name is Dion K, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I ran to my grandpa and said, she's going to let the aliens take me. I've been scared of aliens for 30 plus years. What changed my life is the movie Signs. Did y'all see Signs? When that alien came walking out there in the daytime, like, I was like, oh, the little Spanish kid was like, no bueno, no bueno. I was like, oh man, they come out there in the daytime, I'm fucked. I thought it was just during nighttime and I was Gucci. Oh, daytime, fuck. Yeah, my mom had me scared of aliens all my life. That's her. I thought about the other day. My son, I got a message. I'm a father. Any other parents in here? Yeah, buddy. I was 5 years old when I got my first major whooping. I was in the bathroom. A guy was taking a pee in the stall with a boy. Somebody pushed me. Knocked him over. He peed on himself. He went to the teacher. Dion pushed me in the urine. He made me pee on myself. I said, no, I did not. He pushed me. He said, yeah, you did. They said, I'm telling your mom. I said, fuck. This is terrible. She said, they told me you pushed the guy in the urinal. I said, I ain't do it, Mom. She said, why they telling me that? I ain't do it. I said, you pushed the guy in the urinal. I got a whooping. Changed my life. 5-year-old got my first whooping. Thought about that all my life. She had to do what she had to do. You don't know, you're not there, you don't know. So this dad got a text message the other day from the teacher. He said, your son's making fun of the teacher. I said, bullshit. Teacher, my 5-year-old, not my son. So I'm ready for it. I've been waiting for this since he's been born. We're going to have talks. We're going to have tough times. I'm ready. What happened, son? He said, I'm just mock the teacher. You mock the teacher. What'd you say? He's like, I don't remember. I'm like, you good on my part, then. You're not going to get no whooping on me, man. We're not going to have you traumatized like me, all right? You're Gucci. Don't mock the teacher, though. Just stop mocking the teacher, though. Stop mocking the teacher. It was amazing, though. I could not wait. A lot of people dream about cars, big houses. I couldn't wait to be a father. So I got myself the hell, let's go. We got the duties. School said, field trip coming up. I said, fuck yeah, I'm there. Sign me up. Have y'all been to the zoo? Have y'all been to the zoo recently? How much it costs to go to the zoo? $30, $40, right? Some of y'all black folks don't know because the zoo is 50 minutes away, so y'all don't make that trip. I don't like to go to Powell either. I feel alone too, trust me. But the zoo is like 50 minutes away, so it was a small fee. I was like, what's that fee? They said $5. I said, sign me up. I'm there. Sign up. Asked baby mama, I was like, you going too? She said, no, I ain't got no PTO. I said, that sucks ass for you. Yeah. Guess who gonna be there? She said, make sure you take pictures for us. I said, we sure will. I said, come on, son, let's take a picture. Timon, Pumbaa, Tyrico, get in there. Hey, guess who's with that artist in the back? No PTO. That sucks. Somebody's got 200 hours after this trip. I had to teach her a lesson. I need to manage that PTO. Too many vacations for somebody, but we ain't gonna say no names. We ain't gonna say no names. I got my shirt on. What y'all think about my shirt? Yeah. We're a Rottweiler family where I come from. But believe it or not, when I was 5 years old, I got bit by a Rottweiler. Anybody else get bit by a dog before? Where'd you get bit? Your hand. Oh, my hand. I already know about my aunt, unfortunately. When I was 5 years old, I got bit in the face by a Rottweiler. I sure did. Kind of traumatizing, sort of kind of. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. Until I saw my mom look in the mirror. I was like, oh, that's why she's crying. There's a chunk of skin missing from my face. Got it. I love Rottweilers though. I love dogs to death. I'm not scared of them. It's just, again, at 34 years old, I'm like, what? After I was bit, why did my family get 3 Rottweilers after that? I'm telling you, they do not care about my motherfucking trauma. Like, what is that about? 3 other Rottweilers since then. I mean, we literally watch them live till they get old and die. The life expectancy of a Rottweiler is 8 or 9 years old. We had Rocco go to 12 years old, and Murphy Charles made it to 11 years old. Yes, we do name our dogs, man. People look at me like, who is Rocco? We named Rocco. Let's go through the family tree. Papa the dog is the one that bit me. We thank him for the scar. It's nice. Rocco, we had Rocco, Rocco's Modern Life. Y'all remember that show? I know y'all remember that show. I know y'all remember that show. I said nobody mean money. Y'all know Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. Okay. My buddy. Never try. Then we had Murphy Charles. Murphy Charles, we had a family member, Charles Murphy, right? So he was a cool dog. So then when she comes to this next dog, she's like, son, you think I should get another one? I said, no, you don't need another one. Why do we need another one? Why are you trying to find the dog to finish the job off? And what are you doing? She's like, you know dogs live out their names. I was like, apparently. Like, okay. She's like, I'm going to name this one Samson Bear. I'm like, 5. Samson? You mean the strongest guy from the Bible? And a bear? That can only be vicious. So this is what Samson looks like when I walk in the house. We have to put a shock collar on the dog just to get him to calm the fuck down. Black people in here, do you have a shock collar on your dog? You do? Oh, okay, these dogs is millennial dogs, they're different. See, growing up, my grandpa would tell the Rottweiler to shut up and sit down. He would roll that newspaper up aggressively, and that dog would just sit down. Like, I'm not getting beat today. You tell Samson to sit down, like, sit down, sit down. He's like, I'm not listening to you. So my mom took him to a dog counselor, though. Did you guys even know any of those existed? Yeah, issues in the family where we got to take the dog to a counselor. Therapy. Therapist says, your dog is special. You don't need to pay him that much attention. What? Okay. Now, being a person that was bit by a Rottweiler, I hope y'all know I can communicate with them a little different than most of these people. So I'm over there, I'm getting jumped on by Samson. He's beating me up, can't get him to settle down. My mom goes to the other room. I'm like, what is wrong with you, Samson? He's slow. He looks at me, he's like, I'm not slow, I just don't give a fuck. My name's Dion King.